Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the front sway bar on this 2003 Chevy Monte Carlo. And it's the same part and similar process on these Monte Carlos from 2000 to 2007. And the items you'll need is a new front sway bar from 1AAuto.com, 13, 14, 18, and 19 millimeter socket and ratchet, 14 and 15 millimeter wrenches, a hammer, and jack stands. Off by just loosening up these lug nut caps. And now you can remove your lug nuts. And if you don't have air-powered tools, you want to loosen these up while the vehicle's on the ground, then raise the vehicle and remove them the rest of the way. If you do have air-powered tools, you can just remove them right here.
Spray down the top of the link with some penetrating oil, and then a 14 millimeter wrench to hold the top, and a 14 millimeter socket and ratchet on the bottom. And ours actually comes apart easily. It's not uncommon. Sometimes the link is totally broken and you don't even have to do this step. You just pull the remains out, and also sometimes they're frozen up so bad you have to use a sawzall or a torch to cut the links out.
Pull the top bushings off and push the sway bar link down and out, and then remove the bushings in the center. Using a 15 millimeter wrench, loosen these two bolts on your sway bar mount. And you can see we're using an extra wrench to help break it free. Do the same thing here, but you'll notice this one's a little hard to remove right now. And to fix that, you want to just remove this sway bar link from this side. And you can see that this side, our sway bar, is actually broken. And now you want to just lift the sway bar up. And now that it's kind of out of the way, you can remove these two 15 millimeter bolts the rest of the way. And we'll fast forward as Mike does that. Place a jack on this crossbar, and then remove these two 18 millimeter bolts. And we'll just fast forward as Mike does that. Now carefully lower the jack, slowly. And then hammer off these mounts. And once you get the metal off, you can just pull this rubber part off. Do the same thing on this side. And if it still doesn't fit, you can lower it down a bit more, and then just pull the bar down and out. Up top is the old sway bar, below it is the new one from 1AAuto. You can see they're identical and they'll fit exactly the same, and the new one also comes with two new mounts and two new sway bar links. Feed your new sway bar link up into place. Angle it forward, and can clip it onto the sway bar over there if you didn't entirely remove it. And if you did, you want to just put the sway bar bolt up through, put the bushings on, push the sway bar down into place, and then put that top bushing and the nut back on top. And you don't need to tighten this, you're just using this to hold it into place. So have that set up on both sides, and then push the mount onto the bar, and then push the metal bracket down over that. And then replace those two 15mm bolts, and then repeat the process on the other side. Now raise the jack back up. And once you have it in position, replace those two 18mm bolts and tighten them up.
When you tighten up the sway bar, you want to simulate all the weight being on the suspension. You want to have the sway bar in the riding position, so put jack stands underneath the control arms and carefully put the weight down on the jack stands, and then tighten up all the mounts on the sway bar.
And then replace your wheel and each of the lug nuts. And you want to just tighten them preliminarily, then lower the vehicle and tighten them the rest of the way.
We hope this video helps you out. Brought to you by oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.